Yeah. Uh, okay, shall we start the class?
Yes.
Okay, I'm starting the class because we need to cover some good syllabus as well. And and someone tell me where we stopped yesterday.
Matrix part.
Yes, thank you. Uh, Let me share my screen. Okay, in the last class, we discussed about this two units, and we started with the matrix algebra. And the first chapter, we discussed about the quantitative decision making and overview, and the second one is the functions and the progressions. Today, we'll try to finish the three and four, and we'll enter into the main important part of your subject, the research and the data collection. It's a very the important subject to understand. And the first four units, as I said, these are the related to the mathematics. Okay, and the remaining part, almost like block 3, 2, 3, even 4 and 5, also relating to the research um, things only. That is why we need to spend good time on that as well. Let's go into that syllabus. Yeah, in the unit one, we learned about these things, and from unit two, we started about these functions and progressions. We have seen this. What are the types of functions we have? We learned about under that solutions for the functions. We understood the relationship between that. We understood what is arithmetic means. Before going to that, what is sequence and series? And after that, we learned about what is arithmetic progression, and arithmetic progression, what is the mean, to calculate, how to calculate the mean in that. And we learned about what is geometric progression, and what is progression means. Can someone say what is sequence and series? If anyone is concentrating and listening, you can give me the answer. Sequence and series. Okay. Arithmetic progression, how the series will be in arithmetic.
Difference is same.
Very good. Any values, if you take in that series, particular series, the difference will be the same, right? Like that, if you understand the series, you will understand about arithmetic progression in that. If that series, if that kind of data is there, how to calculate the mean, we understood. If geometric progression is there, how to calculate the mean in geometric. That is what we learned in that the second unit, in the functions and the progression. Now let's go into the third unit. Already I started with that third unit. Okay, just before going to this, yeah, let us again, just I will show you the series, and I'll just go what is AP and what is GP. See, this is the mean of A plus B by 2. Very simple, because you will get the average of any two values in the AM. In the arithmetic mean is A plus B by 2. In geometric progression, this will be the division will be the same. The difference will be my 1 by 2 or something will be there. We will divide each member, the one which precedes it. For example, this is the thing, right? Division by this 3, by this 3. If you divide by this 3, then you will get this. Well, this is the GP. R is equal to 3, right? And the first the term after the first is obtained by multiplying the preceding term. Then you will get the values in the GP. That is one thing we understood. Now, how to calculate the GM? This is the thing. Formula is equal to B is equal to root of AC, right? And now this one, we started with this matrix algebra and application. How the matrix will be, this is how the matrix is represented in a square. There will be, we call this as, this one as, cannot show you like this. Yeah. This one, A11, A12, A13, this is the row and these are the columns, right? And in that also we learned about matrix equality. When there are, if that same, we need to understand the equality. If two matrices are equal, all types, the square matrix or whatever the square matrix or whatever matrix, when we are comparing both the matrices, then we can say, if I take AI is equal to B, if I consider that, what is X value? X is equal to triple two, right? Y is, what is Y value? Y is equal to triple three. Right, see, because this is 2 by 2 matrix, this is also 2 by 2 matrix. When I say A is equal to B, you can equate these values to this ratio. That is one of the things that we learned. And special matrix is this, where one row, a row vector and this we learned this. Square matrix is this one, square. Either it may be 2 by 2 or it may be 3 by 3. And diagonal matrix is this, right? 2 by 2 and 3 by 3. And unit matrix we have seen. And now let's go into the data representation in matrix form. How will it? Now let us say the distance matrix, say kilometers, right? Between given number of cities, these are the given number of cities, can be represented as matrix as shown below. See, these are the cities M and 0P. The distance between 0 city to, this is ups and down, it is there. Let us say last row, let me take it. The distance between 0 city to D city, can someone tell?
1200.
Very good. 1200, right? The straight column, the straight row. The distance between P and D, 500. Right, see, when we are representing the data in a matrix, this is the thing, that this is how we will represent. Now let us say there is sometimes there is this kind of city is there, distance we are asking. Sometimes it will be there, duty and the workman, the time required to perform three jobs, three workers are there, three duties are there. If the W1 workman want to complete the D2 job, how much time it will take? 6, right? This one 6. Okay, it's not selected. Transportation matrix, this is important. This transportation matrix, these problems, or the assignment matrix or the transportation matrix, I told you about three types of quantitative levels or statistics. What are those three? Statistical, first one is mathematical, second one statistical, third one operational research, kind of, right? In that operational research, when we are discussing, we will learn about this transportation, how to calculate the distance between one place to another place, kind of transportation costs or something, right? Brand switching, see, now we can understand this transportation from factory F1 to store S2, 95 transportation. Now by this we can construct, this is how generally a matrix will be constructed, and there will be a meaning for this row and the column. Now, brand switching matrix, the proportion of users in the population surveyed switching of brand J of an item in a period, given that they were using brand I, can be represented. So brand I, brand 1, like this you can represent. Diet matrix, intake F1, the protein B, 820, like that you can take n number of examples. Now, what is matrix algebra? Two matrices may be added or subtracted only if they have the same dimension. As I told you, either it may be 2 by 2, 1 by 1, or something like that. See, both the things should be have same dimension. That is, they must have the same number of rows and same number of columns. This, how many rows are there in this for A?
Two
Two.
rows.
2 rows. How many columns are there?
Three.
Very good.
Three.
3 columns are there. See, vertical things. Vertical things we should call it as in columns. Horizontal things we call it as in rows. Okay. Now this is also now how I will calculate this. How it is the how should what word I can use? What type of matrix is this? 2 by 3 or 3 by 2? What we will
3 by 2.
uh,
3 by 2.
very good. 3 by 2 column, 3 columns and three
Two
rows.
rows.
Yeah, here also 3 columns and 2 rows, right? Now matrix A, matrix B, right? 2 rows and 3 columns. Like this, you can add. If I want to add A plus B, 1 plus 5, because both having the size of the sorry, I should not use the word size. Dimension. The dimension of the matrices A and B both are same. I can do A plus B. I can do A minus B. I can do C. Even multiplication also I can do. That we will see later, right? Now A plus B is equal to B plus C, of course. A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C, because all are additive. A plus 0, if we add A plus 0 is equal to A. A minus A is equal to 0 will be there, right? This properties you can understand easily. That's easy one only. Now scalar multiplication. What is the scalar multiplication? When you multiply a matrix by a number, you multiply every element in the matrix by the same number. This is very, very important. This is called the scalar multiple. The term scalar multiplication refers to the product of a real number in a matrix. And in scalar multiplication, each element or value in the matrix is multiplied by the given scalar. Now, here, Aij is any matrix of the dimension Mn. Mn is whether 1 by 2 or 2 by 3 or 3 by 4. And K is any scalar, real element, let us say 1, 2, 3 for something. Then the multiplication of Ks is obtained by simply multiplying each element of A by the scalar K. See, the property or the rule that you need to follow is, let us say, now I said F 5A. 5A means with which number I should multiply? 100, 200, 300 or 400? Hello?
All numbers.
All the numbers I need to multiply. See, we have done it. 5A means 5 into all that, 5 into 100, 5 into 200, 5 into 300. Then you will get it, right? Now with that thing, we can also get these kind of things. Other exponential, matrix exponential, trigonometric function. If you are using that algorithm, if you are using algorithm, they call this. Now multiplication. Now how this multiplication can be happen? See this. Here we need to understand a matrix product AB is defined only when the number of columns A is equal to the number of rows. This is very, very important. Say plus and minus, I don't means we don't have any problem. When you want to multiply number of rows, see how many rows are there? Sorry, number of columns. How many columns are there?
Three. Three.
3 columns. Here, how many rows are there?
Three.
Right? See, this is what it is telling. The number of columns in A, how many columns are there? 3 columns, should be equal to number of rows in B. Here we have here we have um, three columns in this, and here we have 3 rows in this, so that I can apply the multiplication principle in this matrix. A is equal to the number of rows. Columns in the A are 3 columns are there. In B, we have 3 rows are there. 0, 3, 1, 4, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can usually do that. With that principle, what we can do is AB is equal to C, we can make it. And anything, any principle we can apply based on this principle. You need to remember A plus B, easy. That in the column, you will, if the both the matrix dimensions are same, directly we will add them. Subtraction also we can do that. But when you are multiplying, what should be equal? In the first matrix, it should be, what should be equal in the first matrix? Columns. And in the second matrix,
Rows.
rows should be equal. Okay, I think with that we can go ahead from here. Easy to understand. Say multiplication AB not is equal to BA, but A plus B is equal to B plus A. You observe that? That is the thing. Again, A minus B may not be equal to B minus C also. That may be the. Now see this A into BC is equal to, these are the properties. Why I should talk about the properties means when something is adding to that value, we should know what it is equal to the other number. When we understand that, we can understand very clearly about these kind of things, right? Now, transpose matrix, very easy to understand. What is transpose matrix? A is a matrix with any number of rows and columns. Then the resulting matrix thus obtained by interchanging the rows and columns of the matrix A is called a transpose. Very easy. See, now how many rows we have in this A?
3.
3 rows.
0.
Yeah, what is the first row number? Triple one,
Triple one.
triple two. If I make it as a column, it will come here. See, triple one, triple two. I will convert this row into a column. Triple one, triple two. Here it will come triple one, triple two. That is called transpose. Again, the second row, triple three, triple four will become a second column. Triple five, triple six, it will become as a third column. Simple. Row will convert into a column, right? That is called this. Okay. Transport. This is called, we will use the word transpose matrix. Remember that. Okay, I'm not taking an example. Determinant of a square matrix. This is another one. Determinant is the unique number associated with a square matrix. Here we will discuss how to compute the determination of this notation. There is at least 3 ways to denote the determination of a square matrix. Now, this yeah. Now let AB is equal to C because A has 2 rows, and yeah, let me directly go into the example determinants. Okay, and see this. Suppose that A is an I and J matrix, B is J and K matrix, then the matrix product A and B results in the matrix C, which has I rows and K columns, and each element in C can be computed accordingly the following formula. This is the thing. For instance, A and B is there. Let AB is equal to C. Because A has 2 rows, we know that C will have 2 rows, of course, because then only multiplicity can be happen. Because B has 2 columns, we know that C will have 2 columns. To compute the value of every element in 2 by 2 matrix C, we will use the formula O into A into B, or 0 into that into this. When we multiply these values, we get, based on the above calculation, we can write like AB is equal to C. Now, in order to get the above result, we have to multiply row elements in matrix A by corresponding column. Of course, for the multiplication, this is the rule. Row should be equal to the first one and the second one. Based on this, right, the bottom line, when you multiply two matrices, order matters, because the consider the matrix below A, B, C as there. Right, assume that AB is equal to C. Which of the following statements are true? All these things. W is equal to C. This is very, very important. When we are applying the properties, when we are applying these things, this kind of conditions will be satisfied. When you multiply two matrices, order matters, of course. When this order matters, AB is equal to C, I said, right? Then AB is equal to C means A into E plus B into H. Next, C into F plus D into H. Now, again, Y is equal to C into G, right? C into G plus D into H. Now, what is the good answer actually? AB is equal to C, I am saying. Which of the following, sir? Correct answer is B. Why? Because A into F plus B into H. But here the first one, A into E plus B into G. If G is there, first one should be correct, right? Based on this matrix multiplication also we can do that. Transpose matrix is done. and the determinant of the square matrix, so it went up again. And what is how to calculate the determinant? Directly, let us go into the example. Now, see, what is the find the determinant of the matrix A? 1 minus 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 4. Right. Now, here how to calculate the determinant? 1 into 1 1 2 4. Right. Next, minus 1 into 1 1 1 4. Right. And plus 1 into 1 1 1 2. Now, before going to that, let me again just give the definition determinant. See this here, you can understand. Determinant A bar, let us say if it is a 2 by 2 matrix, A11 into AT2 minus A12 into A21. This is the determinant. Cross, just you can remember like this, cross. If it is a 3 by 3 matrix, how to calculate? This is little thing. A11, A22, A33, A12, A23, A31, right? A13, again A21 and A32, right? And like this, you should follow this formula. Once you apply this formula, you will understand that we have 3 factorial, 6 product items. Each consider an element from each row, 1 element from the each column. Now, can someone tell me what is the determinant of A for this square matrix? Very simple, no? Diagonal. 5 into 6 plus, sorry, 5 into 6. Can someone tell me what is the determinant of A? Am I audible, ma? Hello.
28.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, 5 into 6 minus 2 into 1. 28. Very good. No, diagonal. Now, 3 matrices. 3 by 3. How to do this? 1 into 1 1 2 4 minus 1 into 1 1 1 4 1 1 1 4 plus 1 into 1 1 1 2. Right? When we calculate this kind of things, then we'll get some answer. Now, inverse of matrix. This is also important. Directly, let me go into that. 1 by determinant of A, if it is a square matrix, 1 by determinant of A is equal to, see, this both the diagonal points will be altered. A will come down, D will go there, B and C will get minuses. Very simple. Now, in the formula, we have one thing. And now, 1 by determinant of A into D minus C minus BA. Now, can someone tell me what is determinant of A here?
5.
2 into 4 minus 3 into 1. 8 minus 3, 5. Wonderful. Now, here determinant of A, 5. Now, A, adjacent A or A1. 4 minus 1, like this. That we need to take like DA, right? DA means these two volta. For these two values, minuses will come. Now, what is the formula? 1 by this means determinant of A, 1 by A into this inverse. See, this we call it as an adjacent A. How we will get this one visible? See this? D minus B minus C is called the adjacent of A. Right? When we check this, we will understand. 1 by determinant is 1 by 5 into that, and 1 by 5 into 4, 1 is 1 by 5, or like that. Right. Next. Yeah. Again, here see. Again, this is the another one. Again, you need, if you see the logic, you will understand that. Now, what is the inverse of this? Again, 3 into this, 0 into this. This is based on the formula. If you apply, you will get it. See, this is maybe both the models, above model and this model is same. Okay, representing systems of the linear singulars. Let me go into this. Consider the system of linear equation with two variables. How many? What are the variables in this equation? Ma? 2x plus 3y is equal to 8.
Two.
Variables.
There are two variables, x and y.
Very good. X and y, right? Why we call it as a variable? Already we see in the first unit. Again, I don't want to repeat. Okay, very simple. Variable means which can be vary. X value will be anything. Y value can anything, right? That is why when it is vary, we call it as what is 8 in that constants, right? Which won't change. Now the coefficient matrix can be formed aligned. The coefficient matrix for the above system is coefficient matrix. We can write 2, 3, 5, -1. Coefficients of this left side thing. The variable we have x and y. We can come right like this. On the right side, we need to take 8 and -2. 8 and -2. Now the system like this 2, 3, 5, -1, xy is equal to 8, 2. What are these matrices? It is in this form of equation. 8 -2 if it is coming to the right side. Mostly this is related to the some kind of equation only. Understand? For the system of three equations with three variables, this is how they will represent x, y, z, d1, d2, d3. Now, where we can apply this matrix, this is very, very important. We can just go through this, you will understand. Okay, matrix is a easy one. You can easily do that. Determinant finance. Now, let us go into the basic calculus and the applications. Right. Here in this again, we are going to learn about in the calculus about the derivatives and differentiation of implicit function. 1 second. Right. Now let's go into that concept of derivatives. Calculus is all about changes and managing those changes. It is a broad area of mathematics dealing with topics as instantaneous rates of change, areas under curves, sequence of series, and this term calculus is a branch of management very important to scientists, managers, and students of business management because which is related to the mathematics. But with increasing need of the quantitative techniques in the for the problems in the growing tendency to use it is also increased, and calculus based techniques are extensively used in economics, right? And this was developed by Sir Isaac Newton, by the Germany, Gottfried Leber. They were both working on problems of motion towards the end of the 17th century. Right, let's skip this history. Now, differential calculus. The word increment means increase. But in mathematics, this word covers both increase as well as decrease because the increment may be positive or negative. If it is coming down, it may be negative. If it is going up, it is positive. Increment in right. And here, the term derivative is a generalized expression for measuring the positive or negative. Simply, the word increment means is the difference between two values or the variables, right? The difference between two values or the variables that we called as a derivative or the difference, right? The term derivative is a general expression for measuring the rate of change, how much change it happened to that existing system, right? Now, easy to understand. Here, this derivatives we can just write like this. See here, definitely to identify few things, you need to by heart few formulas. Okay, here it is there. Now, say this delta y, delta x. Change in the difference of y. y2 minus y1, change in the difference of change. In x means x2 minus the x1. Right, this is the general. Now, what are the rules for the differentiation? You need to take y is equal to 10, k is a constant, then take for instance, if y is equal to 100, then dy by dx 0, then if 0, y is equal to 0, then divide is that is the derivative of a constant is always 0. This is the polynomial function. Derivative function is this. Let's skip this also. Now see this in the algebra. There is some algebraic functions are there where they will talk derivative of a product of two functions. How they will calculate? These are the things. Let y is equal to ub, where u is equal to f of x, and v is equal to g of x. They're talking about the sets actually, right? And when we are solving this, we looks like a kind of a serious war is going in that, because the problem solving of these derivatives is a bit tough, but if you understood if you understand the concept, it will be easy. The quotient of the functions, derivative of a quotient of two functions. There are two functions. How they will write it in the form? Derivative is nth power of the function, right? Derivative of a function of a function. Right? If you understand the first one and at least the last one, you will understand at least little bit about the about types of derivatives. Now, if you take logarithmic functions, say where u is equal to f of x, differentiation form. If you see this only, you will understand that how tough it is. Very tough in the sense like you need to focus more on it. Then when we are understanding, then we can use it. For now, see, y is equal to log a, where u is equal to f. The differentiation form dy by dx is equal to 1 by u log d by x into u. Oh my god, see, differential function they will derive. This is called the arithmetic function. Exponential function is again little tough than the previous two. Here, y is equal to a power u, where u is equal to f of x is a differential. Then dy by dx, will you write like that, is equal to au into, okay, very simple, y is equal to a power u. What is the differentiable function of this? Definitely, we know that a power u log a of u, right? Implicit functions are there. Higher order and differentiation. Let's see that. Now, let's see this here. Higher order. If in some application, to find an higher order derivative, so derivative means what is the simple meaning I said? The change factor in f of x in a function. Then, if f is the function, should f of x is the differentiable derivative. Second derivative of f denoted by f of x is equal to d square by dx square f of x. If you find out the differentiation of f of x, you find out the differentiation of the f, you can call f of x, right? And the common derivatives are this. Yeah, where we can apply the derivatives in the range of changing in the quantity, finding the equation of the talent, normal, and etc. Finding the interval wherein the function has been increased or decreasing, finding the turning point of a curve, therefore find the maximum limit. Real life applications, even when you go to the business, when you calculate the profit and loss with the help of derivative through converting the data into a graph. Easily, what kind of difference we have observed in that? If you can just present it, it would be very nice for your business things. Right? There are small problems are there. You can just go through these problems later. Now, in the 4.6, optimization is also another important the thing. Optimization process of finding the greatest or least value of function for some constraint, which must be true regardless of the solution. In other words, optimizing finds the most suitable value for a function within a given domain. In the particular domain or particular area, it will represent it and find out the given domain value in the function we can also. The process is commonly used in scientific computer science and physics, often called energy F of x is also called objective function, the domain of real numbers of set A. The maximum optimal solution occurs as f of x0 into E, because the differentiation of this is that is why we are talking about it. Or set A, and the minimum optimal solution occurs when f of x0 into D. Right? We can understand, draw some few points out of it. Now, this is also important. Maxima and minima. Right? Actually, if you understand the previous one, you would understand it clearly. It is linked to the previous one and this. This is talking about the values of a function of a point are in relationship with the immediate neighborhood of that particular point. When you do mean the greatest and the smallest values, see maximum and the minimum values. Maxima values. Right here, see maximum, minimum, maximum, minimum, maximum. It can be represented nicely on a graph. There must be any point of maximum or minimum in a functional graph as under. This one, see maximum. Next, geometric analysis. Again, this geometric analysis also, here we see the differentiation of the function or the differentiation of the value to the another value. Right, is the, I mean, the change occurs. We are calling it as a differentiation. And this is one of the applications of derivatives are used to identify the function is increasing or decreasing in a particular interval. Because in the change, when we are finding out from one variable to another variable, you will easily understand whether it is, what kind of change it is. Yes, sir. Next one. See this bell-shaped curve. Sorry, not bell-shaped, the volta to the bell. Criteria of the maximum and minima. Just you can go through this. Methods of finding the maximum and minima. There are some equations you can also find out. Very simple equations will be there. Where in that simple equation, if you apply that, then you will get a nice solution. For instance, suppose a manufacturer can sell X items per price P is equal to 2 minus something. For each when it costs Y is equal to 300 rupees, produce X. Determine the number of items should produce per item for maximum profit. Oh, how they can do this? How they will sell this? The cost of producing X products is 5X plus 20 to 2000. The price of one item is equal to, they have given, actually it should be 3x. This might be spelling mistake or something. Whatever. Now therefore selling price of X item is equal to definitely X into 20 minus 0.01. Z function, then it is given by revenue minus cost. Now the maximum profit that you can earn is by applying this. dz by dx is equal to minus 2, 0.02 plus 15. Right, the profit, so the profit is maximum when 7,500 items are produced and sold. See, after this class or this, you can just try the self-assessment questionnaire and maximum and minima where it will be applied, and we know that you can study that. Model examination exams, you can go through that. This we completed the. Now here, what I'm going to do is the block 2 we will start tomorrow, a fresh business research and data collection. Is tomorrow class is there, Saturday and Sunday?
Yes.
Is there tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Is
Yes,
there.
sir. Tomorrow is there.
Tomorrow class is there. If I'm traveling, maybe I will exchange or I'll do something tomorrow for this class, because we are going to start this unit 5. It is completely different phase actually, this block 2, because we are starting again about the research. The above things are about the mathematics, and these people who know 10th intermediate, just they can follow it by just going through the notes also, you can understand. But there is research and this maybe we can do now, but a lot of disturbance is there. But I will just try to do. Are you able to hear me, everybody? Campaigning is going on.
Yes.
Shall we start
Yes.
tomorrow? Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah. Shall I continue this unit or shall I start fresh tomorrow?
Continue, sir.
Okay. Okay. Right. Let me give some little introduction to this research. See, maybe in the first class, I don't know how many of you attended. We are talking about the research. Research means searching already, which is existed generally. Re means again searching for the things. Right. Now, here in the business research is a little different actually. Of course, every research is different. Business research is little bit which is very close to the organizations. What is business? Can someone answer me? Why people will do business? In other words,
Exchange of things.
yes, ma.
Exchange of things.
Exchange of the things or selling will be done there. The main mode
Selling.
of doing the business is to earn the profits, right? In a business world, when we are doing the research, or they use the word business here, but generally also research will be done like this. Now, what is research again? Now, for a problem, I have to do the research and get a solution for that, right? For everything, when we want to find some new thing, or if it is already existing thing, if we are doing something for that, we call it as a research. Now, let's go into the internet. Now, see this. A businessman will faces a number of problems in the business every day, actually, and of course, uh, for a problem, he need to search for a solution, right? And if any person who is searching for an answer to a question, from here I need to highlight this, or a solution to a problem. See these two things: answer to a question or solution to a problem. It's called the researcher. If I'm searching for that, a systematic search for an answer to the solution is called the research. This is very, very important. It's not like searching here and there and getting the things. A systematic way, in a proper way. When I'm telling, hello, this is the solution for this problem, I should be able to tell how you got that solution and how we can apply this, whether it is applicable or not. How I can test how you do the research. Talks about research involves searching for the windows. Okay, I'll speak loudly. Just keep your earphones on. Let's go into this. Research is meaning to search back. Again, search in other words. It is refers to the search of knowledge, finding answer to the question, solution to the problems. On another, it's a systematic inquiry into any subject matter which is an endeavor to discover a valuable facts, right? And here there are different people who gave different definitions. Sir, why different definition? Why not one? See, people can look into different, uh, look the things into the different ways, and of course, everyone main intention is to do find something, find solution to that. This will be there. A creative and strategic thinking process that involves constantly assessing, reassessing, making decisions about the best possible means for obtaining trustworthy information, carrying out appropriate analysis, and tracing credible solution. John W. Best research may be defined as the systematic and objective analysis and according to a recording of control observation that may lead to the development of generalization. So people have given you go through this. Very, 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 very important. The steps, you need to by heart these steps whenever I ask you, because These steps are your, what should I say, the next units. May not be the word directly, may not, you may not see. This is. Now again, shall I tell, can someone tell me what are the two meanings of that? Research means why we are doing a research for finding a, can someone tell me?
Solution.
Finding an answer, solution to a problem.
Problem. And what is the another word? Finding a solution to the problem.
Doing already existing.
Searching for the already existing which is there. Now, the best definition what someone said me in the beginning, in the beginning now, before that now only, searching a solution for a problem. Now, will you search for a solution or will you search for a problem first if you want to do a research?
First, we need to find out the question. Then we can able to answer that.
Okay, finding a question. If you have a question, you will identify the answer. If you have a problem, you will identify the solution, right? The main thing for the research is that first thing is that problem identification. This is very, very important. When you identify the problem, proper problem, of course, then you can start, finding for a
We
solution.
can start our research.
Correct. In other words, finding for a solution for that. Then someone said, like, now I went to a doctor with a stomach pain, sir, stomach pain. Okay, stomach pain. If you go to the doctor, then, oh, stomach pain, eh? Right, then use this tablet and come back. Will you go to the doctor again?
If the problem resolves, we will not go. If it is still there, we will go.
No, will you go to the doctor? See, I went with a stomach pain. He saw me, saw the stomach. He written a tablet and
No,
sent
he
me out.
won't.
Ah,
No, he won't. Why? Because he need to ask at which part he is getting a pain and did he eat any kind of food item which
hmm.
caused to him. So he need to find out what kind of situation he is in. Then he need to use the medicine.
Very good. Now, this is the research where it will start actually. You need to find out. See, this is what problems need to be identified. When you know and when you define what is the problem is, right? When you understand the problem is, then you can start getting the solutions for that. If for that problem I already studied in my MBBS or whatever the studies are for, whatever the studies I studied, someone identify the problem. I know the problem very clearly. I'm getting this right side pain, and right side pain is there. I attended one invigilation recently, which is conducted in a five-star hotel, where right, MRCS, FRCS. Anybody heard?
It's about doctor's study, right?
FRCS. It is in a Royal College of England. Conduct this the prestigious exam. It's very costly exam. I think for entrance or even to write that exam, I heard like more than 1 or 2 lakhs they need to pay that. That is why they conducted this exam in the five-star hotel. You went as an invigilator and to help as a facilitator there. One of the question which I saw, because we cannot enter, this cine actors came, for every problem. They will actors lying on the bed. They gave the one room. The question will with the stick on outside of the room. The question is like, here is a patient with some leg pain or hand pain or something. They will write this. You need to identify the problem. And how you assess the problem or how you identify the problem in that particular patient. There is some criteria. There will be one senior doctor inside. You should ask the questions. He won't tell. He will observe what kind of, how he is identifying the problem in that particular patient. They will act like as if they are patients there only because they are the actors, of course. And for that, he need to assess. Okay, hand pain. Okay, this one. Where it is coming? This one. Have you taken this? That. Oh Lord. See, one is the research starts with identifying the problem. So I'm just giving vague example. Now let us go to then I went to a society where people are struggling with some, transportation problem in a Hyderabad, right? What is the problem? Transportation problem. What is the solution? I need to identify, right? I need to identify. Now, someone because who did a research for the problem that the bank customers are facing. They are going in a bank, they are standing in a queue, and for taking their own money from the bank which is deposited, they are wasting a lot of money. Someone identified this problem and someone came with a solution with an ATM. Anytime you go there, automatic teller machine, you go there, swipe it, take your money. Someone identified like, Array, when they want to deposit their own money in their own account, why they have to again struggle, right? What is the solution for that? You have cash in your hands. How to deposit in that? Is there in a need to go to the bank and
The,
deposit? What is the solution for that particular problem?
there
What
are
bank?
deposit machines in the
Now, can you speak little louder because a lot
ATM
of election
system.
campaign, a lot of sounds are coming. Yes, ma'am.
There are deposit machines in the
Deposit.
ATM system.
Very good. CDMs is the solution for that.
There are deposit machines available at ATM itself.
Yes, yes, that we call it as an cash deposit machine, CDMs, cash deposit machines. That is the solution, right? Everyone do the research, doing what is there, identified the problem, and do that. After that, formulation of the hypothesis. Okay. Next one. After formulating the hypothesis, you need to collect the data, analyze the data, and use some different tools and methods and the theories, and then relating to the findings to the existing theories, earlier formulated hypothesis, who have already did little research on that, and after that, answer the problems or the research questions that you have. Right. Now, characteristics of the research, which will define with the significant problems like research is a purposive. It aims at solving a problem and an answer. It adopts scientific methods. It's systematic, logical. It is objective, and it will brings knowledge. Research involves collection of primary and secondary data. We will in the next coming chapters of the topics, we'll see what is primary and secondary data. Research activities are carefully detailed and clearly outlined through the research design. What you are going to do to find out a solution for the problem, you are not just going to do that, you are going to design your overall research, and it required degree of expertise, skill in developing the new idea or theory, so on and so on. Now, essential features of this thing. A good research has a well-defined goal. Why I am doing this, I know that. It should also have a systematic plan for work. It contributes towards the existing knowledge of life. Logical argument is required to communicate an order sequence. The results of a good research should be verifiable. A good research is frank. In other words, it lists the flaws in this research and also explain the impact of such the flaws. And it is empirical and replicable. Empirical means it is calculative ways they can do that. Research is an objective and not a subjective thing. Research requires patience and a courage, right? Unless you have this patience and courage, we cannot do that. What is the need of that? Because there are a lot of problems in the business world, right? And they require the solution. There are some examples given in this, you can read it, to help making informed decision, to find alternative strategies to face the competition, to develop a new concepts, actually to develop that. What is meaning of the business research? Anything. See, because research is the thing that we have studied till now. What is business research? Any field or any branch of knowledge, of course, with modifications as demanded by the nature of the field and problem. Second one, Sheila Cameron, someone said like this, it refers to any systematic attempt at collecting and interpreting data and evidence in order to inform thinking, decision, or actions in relation to an issue of interest of an organization are the stakeholders. Okay, you can study the other definitions. What is the objectives? Of course, we require the better decision making for innovations, for problem areas, forecasting those trends and this, so on and so on. You can study that. Now, what is the nature of the business research? Now, see, the nature means where it is related, how it is related, where it is applied, in other words. Now, it can be applied to the management, production, personal, finance, accounting, marketing, business policy, and the business history as well. You can see that where it will useful, what kind of method we will use. You can see this. Say theoretical things I don't want to touch more because you can also study importance of research. You can study these things. Now business research process again. That's what. Now this is the steps. Very important steps. This we will continue tomorrow. For here, we'll stop here. The process 5.10. We will see. Maybe even if I'm in the traveling, also I will try to just cover up this. Okay. Good night, everybody. We'll continue with that research process tomorrow.
Night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.